All right, everybody, how you doing? This is Coach Fleischer, and this is a brief overview of the summer conditioning program for wrestling at St. Viator. Now, we've had basically a 10-week program where we built um, in the amount of content. We did a number of different exercises. We built in the number of reps, and we increased the intensity, et cetera, over that 10-week program. You should be able to retain a good amount of what you've already worked on. And it's just a travesty if you go ahead and you work for 10 weeks and you show up on week one in August and you're a train wreck. So continue with your conditioning so when you show up in August, you're well prepared. If you weren't with us during the late spring to early summer leading into state, this will be a good starter course for you and you can kind of work through this. Now, the program itself is 6 weeks in length and it's going to go from Monday, July 5th, and it's going to go to August 9th. Well, in actuality, the last workout is listed in this week here, the 6th. We have a coaches meeting on Monday the 9th, and then open gym begins on the 10th. And you'll see that here in a second when we go into these slides. But what I'm after is I want you guys to be able to follow along with this program and be able to get your workouts while you're gone during the summer. You'll still have a couple contact days where you're here at Viator doing some wrestling, etc. But again, I don't want to have it be a case where maybe you go off on vacation for a couple of weeks and then you completely blow yourself out of the water and you have to start all over again. That's not what I'm after. The program itself, like I said, will be 6 weeks in duration. You'll have 3 workouts per week, and we're targeting that open gym on August 10th as the start date for all of you. You'll recall technique warm-up, and with technique warm-up at this point, I'll probably take a lot less than 15 minutes, but I'm looking for you to complete this technique warm-up. So you do a couple of things. You refine your running technique, and we go over the skills that we talked about in running technique, so you get faster, so you can condition better. And then beyond that, the technique warm-up also provides a nice general warm-up for you to do before your workout, so you go in fresh. So you have a couple different things going on with this technique warm-up, so don't just blow this off. Go ahead and do this religiously each time before you go ahead and do your conditioning work. Again, it serves 2 purposes. One, you're warming yourself up. The other is you're learning how to run faster. So the way this lays out is you'll see in the header here, week 1, workout 1, week 1, workout 2, week 1, workout 3. And then you'll see 2 panels here, week 2, workout 1, week 2, workout 2, week 2, workout 3. And we go back to this one. You see 2 distinct panels here, one on one side, one on the other side. It's basically 2 different drills that you're doing for each workout session. One will be, in some workouts, more plyometric oriented. The other will be more conditioning oriented. One will be more short duration sprints. The other will be more perhaps power oriented where you're running up a hill. So you have, with these workouts, every one of these drills, every one of them is something you have done before. So again, I'm not trying to wow you with some cool new shiny stuff, and some crazy new workouts that you can't replicate. I want you to be able to replicate these for a couple of reasons. One of which is for ease of use. So you can go ahead and be able to do your workout and be able to get done with the dang thing and be conditioned and not have this situation where like, oh, I can't do it, coach, because I know what you're talking about. But I also want it where if you've done a 300-yard shuttle before, what you did it in time-wise. You can kind of benchmark it. Also, when we talked about running a mow or a moo, just one lap around all the practice fields, we were targeting roughly 3 minutes. If you run that same distance while you're out training on your own, and you do that in 2:55, you've had an increase in performance. So I'm looking for you guys to just do the very drills that we did for this 300-yard shuttles, plyometric drills, a Tabata on one day, and then on another day, you have the conditioning course where we had cones set every 5 yards, and basically it's a shuttle back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then doing the 1 mile for time afterwards. So guys, these are all things you've seen before, you've done before, you know how to do them. Take note of how quickly you run these shuttles. Take note of how quickly you run your mile and try to benchmark that. You're going to have kind of an ebb and a flow as you go through this program. And you might have some days where you run that mile in 5 and others where you run it in 5:05 or 5:10. Conversely, you might have 300-yard shuttles that you run faster than others. So just keep that in mind as you're going through this training program. You want to kind of keep track of what's going on here so you have an understanding of how you're performing over the summer. So as we go through this, I'm going to scroll through this rather quickly. And when you get into workout or week number 6 and workout 1, 2, and 3, you'll have some familiar stuff from earlier in the program itself. So I'm just trying to reinforce some things you did earlier in the program, and also looking for you to be able to compare your week 6 workouts with work that you did perhaps in week 2. So stay on track, stay on target. If you have questions, send Coach Churek an email through St. Viator, and he'll flow it out to me, and then we'll go ahead and take care of it for you. But I look forward to all of you being able to come in and be able to come in August ready, well prepared, and ready to wrestle. So with that, guys, have yourself a great summer. Follow along with this program. Keep doing great things, and I look forward to great things in this next